Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue, better known as Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, a rival doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Kairos Santos to get us started. Off we go on this cold afternoon at Lambeau. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield, even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's another
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. And it's an incompletion.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak, and it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough, and they convert on 3rd down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
At the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Packers.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A second down throw for Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown, Packers. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball, it's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. Number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
So although his rookie season didn't go exactly according to plan, the best thing that happened, Mike, was he started all 17 games. And I know there were some ups and some downs. He's got a new regime now, new stability, new head coach. And I think it's going to allow all of his physical talent we saw coming out of college that made Caleb Williams the number 1 overall pick. I think it's going to let it shine because there is no question. When this guy is in the right system with the right play caller, he is as talented and as productive as any quarterback we've seen come out of the draft in the last couple years. This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. 3rd down coming up.
There is no worse feeling either coming back to the huddle or the sideline after a big drop, and that was a beautifully designed play, perfectly placed ball, and he just couldn't make the grab.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On 3rd down, it's Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their 2nd-year man, Torrey Taylor. to punt. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Packers offense ready now for their second drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun, it's Love. This one down the field, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Bears offense ready for their second possession.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time. DeAndre Swift. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They gained 18 yards on that one. Good for a Bears 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Bears 1st down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. Man, that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
10 yards.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once again. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice, looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll go play action here with Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That is hard. A big-time play for the Bears. 42 yards.
It's a gain of 42 yards. That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
22 more yards.
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Chicago.
A gain of 22 yards.
Big hole up the middle.
First
The interior of this
down,
offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Now Swift. He's to the 10. And he's in. What a drop. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Down the sideline to the 20. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be first and goal inside the 10. A big-time run by Jacobs. 45 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with first and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll take this one in. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Bears 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. We are through one. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The man in motion is Watson. On play action, Love. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
2nd and a yard. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1, and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Green Bay. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Rashawn Gary, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
He'll go underneath to Swift. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Williams will try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Packers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. With the middle, that one caught by Watson. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down
He's
pickup.
tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Now, faking the give. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll take a shot downfield from Musgrave. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big gainer for Green Bay. 42 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And it's a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Swift, the ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll go again with Swift. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6. Here's Williams now to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Packers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's Dobbs open left side. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
At the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to uncork one, looking for Wicks. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. On the give, it's Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Williams. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On 3rd down, it's Williams. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
That'll be returnable from the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On first down, it's Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Love to throw on first and 10. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Third down, 3 to go. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's Love. And he will have a first down, and they're in the field goal range now at the 30.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Packers first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field. Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This will be from 47 yards. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Brendan McManus.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Swift. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 7. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. An injured player on the field, and that is Micah Parsons, who needs some medical attention. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The Bears sending out their punt team. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Packers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A good play action with Love. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
From the gun, it's Love. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball to tie his point, but come down with the pick.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, It's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll go play action here with Williams. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Rashawn Gary getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is caught. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
49-yard gain.
Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Swift trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Bears 14.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Melton now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, you're going to try to keep it going. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Jones. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Packers 17.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Man in motion, heading left. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On play action, Love. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback. Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
On 2nd down, Love. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And you can see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers cut the deficit down to 1.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So they got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. A run here with Swift. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
Bears first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
23 yards.
And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
23 yards.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
11 more yards.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears first down.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Second and 12 at the Packers' 25-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on third down.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
No gain on the play.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
One more time, they try Swift, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. They'll run with Swift, trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
No gain on the play.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Swift, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play, and now it is 3rd and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
We're trying to set up the screen here to Swift, and he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On 4th down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Bears will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Melton now to return. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Love. Quick throw here is complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Love to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Looking downfield. that's Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Quick throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open, so the incompletion brings up second down
and 10.
Really good discipline by the defender, so he was the read of that RPO. So if he plays the run, it's a pass. If he plays the pass, it's a run. But he knew exactly what was coming. He kind of drew that pass, and he was there to make the play.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
To Josh Jacobs. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Packers go up by 3. It's 27-24. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Moore going in motion. On 2nd down, it's Williams. Quick slant, caught by Burton. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. On first down, it's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down.
Gain on the play.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
From the gun on 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
Packers set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard.
For DeAndre Swift, the ball carrier. Keyshawn Nixon on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Bears first down.
And the Bears first down. A gain of 16 yards.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll check this down to Swift. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Chicago.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Got the hook up there to Ogunze. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Bears first down.
That's another Bears first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break over.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Swift. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll drop to throw to the sideline. He's got more. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Certainly not the biggest gain by any means, but he does a really nice job getting past the sticks, keeping his feet in bounds, and ultimately picks up the first down.
Here's Williams on first and 10.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On third and 2, it's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throw it again. It's Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He's got it at the 3. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
27.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Melton now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's first down. From the gun, it's Love. That is into the hands of Wicks.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
On second down, Love to the left side in the hands of Watson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
Packers going to use their final timeout now. As the clock to stop with 21 seconds to go in the game.
At the 40-yard line.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Love to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Jordan Love sacked.
Montez Sweat. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
At the 33-yard line.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.